Hey guys, welcome to the sixth episode of Fangirls Only. This week our special guest is Edwrds.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
How's everybody's day going?
Pretty good. What about you?
Mine is great. I got my bestest friend over right now. So it's gonna be cool having him kind of watch the interview.
For sure.
Yeah. But it's good to see y'all. I'm excited.
So before we start, did you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, of course. Let's do the starters. I'm Edwrds. That's without the A. I'm from Long Island, New York. 20 years old, and I'm just so grateful to be alive and be able to make music and share my stories and my perspective on things. So yeah, I think every day is a new opportunity to get out there, meet new people, and also just learn something new in any area of life, whether it be for your own personal growth or something that you're passionate about. So that's me.
Well, thank you for coming on.
Yes.
Such a pleasure, always.
Okay. So your new EP, Streetlights, just came out. Honestly, it's amazing. So, do you have any favorite songs from the EP?
Do I have any favorite?
Yeah.
So honestly, it's been like a tie right now. It's been between Burnholes and Basement. So they both start with a B. So I guess that's where they're alike. But they're just two very different songs for me, and I think they show complete opposite sides of like the spectrum, if I'm gonna be honest, of like kind of my artistry and what I'm capable of. Because with Burnholes, you have the fun summer, everything is gonna be all right. And I love that. I think it's a great representation of like something I could do to get people party. But when it comes to like songs like Basement, it's such a personal story. And I have such like an emotional connection with what I'm talking about in that, from old friends no longer being in touch, and how when things get tough, sometimes it feels like we're gonna let it flood the basement, and sometimes that's okay. So yeah, it's honestly between Basement, Burnholes, and if y'all had to let me know between those two, definitely think about it, listen to them a few more times, and let me know.
For sure. Okay. What is your thought process when writing music, and especially the songs in your EP?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's honestly, it's always different. But with this EP, each song was approached as its own song. I honestly was gonna release them as singles, but then I felt like it would be more special, at least for me right now, at where I'm at in my life, to release them, as a little piece of work. I actually was, driving around at night listening to the songs and was just like, wow, these are so good. And as that was happening, I was looking at the streetlights, and that was something that just made me want to be like, you know what? All these streetlights, they're just like moments passing, and that's what these songs are. They're little time capsules from moments in my life. So I wanted to approach it as these songs are moments passing, and we're gonna put that all together. But yeah, creating them, it's always different. Sometimes it's just the music first. Other times it starts with like a poem I wrote. It always is very different, and I feel like it's important, no matter what you do, to approach things differently each time, because you don't know what you're gonna learn. You don't know like what you might conquer. You might learn like you can speed things up in certain areas.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how did you know you wanted to pursue music, or did it just happen out of the blue one day, or were you planning it for a while?
Yeah. I guess I would say it was out of the blue, but my parents, they allowed me to be in a dance class when I was 3 years old. I saw my sister in a dance class, and I was like, oh, I want to do that. I was trying to like one up my sister growing up. Honestly, I still am trying to one up her. But yeah, they put me in dance class, and over the years, just growing up in dance, I found this love for music, and I didn't know where I wanted to go with music. I didn't know if I wanted to dance, if I wanted to, play instrument. I had no clue because I was so young. But as I grew up, I realized I wanted to be the one making that music. I wanted to be, the reason why everybody was in the room was dancing and having such like a an amazing time. Like there was just a stress relief that I saw come off of people from music, and I thought that was a beautiful thing, especially for me being someone who grew up going through a lot of traumatic things, and my anxiety and stuff we all go through.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that's that.
Okay. What keeps you going when things get tough, and or if you run out of ideas for music, as
Yeah.
an dancer and a musician?
Hmm. I mean, when things get tough, something I say a lot now is that life goes on and days get brighter. I think that in life, whenever I go through something bad, whether it be sad, angry, no matter what it is, I want to take a step back and look at it from like a observer's perspective and see, all right, are my emotions really necessary? Like, is this the version of myself I would want people to see? Like people to, not that it's about people's judgment of you, but it's about you. Like, as much as like you have control of what you say, our thoughts are the first layer of the outside world. So, sometimes you just gotta take a step back and go, all right, listen, this is necessary. This is a part of me, getting through my next challenge. And on the other side of that mess, if you face fear forward, if you run right into it, on the other side, there's a lot of joy, and there's just like so much, I don't know, confidence comes from it. It builds character. It really does.
So out of the new music on your EP, which song has the most meaning to you?
Wow. Let's go with Less is More. I would say Basement, but Less is More was a song that like I would just perform at shows during like the intermission type vibe. I would just be like, all right, I'm gonna take out my guitar and sing these songs I'm working on for you guys. So that song developed over time, and it was kind of just all these deep thoughts I had as the shows progressed. I would add more, and there'd be like this new section. And by the time I recorded it in the studio, it just was this really beautiful piece that talked on how you got to look at life a little differently sometimes, and look at the little things, from a smile from a friend to a little butterfly flying around. Like if you can see the beauty in the little things, you can look at the bigger picture, with a lot more love in your heart. So yeah.
Great. Okay. Next is, what do you consider to be one of your most rewarding accomplishments you've had so far within your career?
Mhm.
And what's something you want to achieve for the future?
um I would say one of the most rewarding accomplishments right now, at least in my life, I would probably say is Boys of Summer. That's been like a cool thing to get out there, go to a bunch of different cities with like, there's the other artists on the tour, so I get to see, their fans, also the other influencers, and it's been a cool like, networking experience, cool experience with just like growing an actual fan base with an actual connection. Because like for me, I want my fans to like feel a part of what Edwrds is. Like Edwrds is not just me, it's everybody who listens. It's a way of, you know, being confident with yourself and not being afraid to be different. Yeah, like that's really what we try doing with it. Yeah. Sorry, what rejog my memory because I'm getting like so into it right now.
The next part was, what's something you want to achieve for the future?
Yes, the future. So the future is something I try not to think about a lot, much like I tried not to dive too much into the past. I think the all of our happiest moments, if you look back at them, they were in the moment. So I'm always in the moment. But yeah, I do think about the future and I try manifesting. So right now for me, what would be a really cool thing, I think would just to, as I said, that like really build a nice fan base with an actual family. Like I want us to breathe and check out for each other. Like that's just something I really want to build. You know, I could say I want to perform at a big venue somewhere, you know, go on another tour, but those are attainable things I've learned that I could do. So for me right now, it's like let's get that reach out there because I want to meet so many people. Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, so we saw that you went on tour with Boys this summer, and I love the vlogs you did. Those were really cool.
Thank
And it
you.
was great seeing you in New York. So did you have any favorite stops on the tour?
I mean, obviously New York was a big one. As I said, when I was younger, I used to, you know, ride around literally that venue and go, oh, one day, you know, I'm gonna perform here. I'll make it happen. You know, I used to get like thrown out the club by the owner, and he would be like, nah, you ain't gonna perform here. And to finally step on that stage was a very rewarding thing for me. It just showed like if you really believe in something and put in the work, it can happen, you know? Like I'm someone who really wants validation right in the moment. Like when I make a song, I'm like, I want this out right now. I want everybody hearing this and celebrating because we just made a banger. But I've had to realize like it takes a little longer than that. And sometimes you just gotta realize things take time. I wrote a song about things taking time. So definitely check that out if you haven't heard it. But yeah.
Okay. Next is, do you have any big plans or anything new and exciting you can talk about that's coming up in the near future? And I know you were just on Boys of Summer, like we were talking about. And I know that you're going to Playlist live in September. But other than that, what are some plans and upcoming things you can talk about?
So you're gonna see a lot of new music videos. There's like so much we've been working on, a lot from this EP. And also just new projects that are like for the future, from new singles to collaborations with some of the artists you may have seen on tour with me. So you could think about who that might be. And yeah, no, there's just, you know, there's cool stuff coming. I'm also doing some other shows, you know, like on Long Island. I'm going to be performing at One Eye Jacks and Bethpage. But that's going to be a 21 and up show. It's for like a different band I'm opening up for. And yeah, there's just a bunch of different shows. We're just trying to like really fill the schedule as much as I can because like we just got so much time, you know, ahead of us. And for me, like I want to make the most of every second.
Sure, for sure.
Yeah.
I
Okay, so
believe that was all of our questions.
yeah, so that was all the questions. So
We flew through that. Oh, geez. Hey, well, y'all are super cool. Y'all actually, you know, y'all have really compelling questions. And it's awesome to like, cause how old are you guys again? You guys are pretty young, right?
No, I'm 19 and she's 20.
yeah.
Okay. So yeah,
Yeah.
listen, we're young guys. So like to see people like my age doing this, it's very cool, you know, cause I do interviews with people, you know, bigger and like,
Sure.
sometimes the questions lack. So thank you for the great questions. I appreciate the energy. Y'all are really cool. And thanks for having me as always. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, but y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much, you know, for having me. And awesome. And if y'all want to hear some, I'll show you some. I'll show you guys something really good. This is actually when I was just in Texas on tour. I was at the treehouse for one of the music videos, and I was working on this song, and I was just thinking about a whole lot of things. So it's cool, and I hope y'all enjoy it. Hey there, new boy. Excuse me, but I'm falling. Could you catch my step? Stay where you belong, girl. I'll fall apart when I can't give you nothing left. I should be living in Mexico.
For real.
You'd be with me there, we take things slow. It's good to dream like it's set in stone. But we're in New York, not Mexico. That's not right there, but it's cool. Mexico. Oh, we're in New York, not Mexico. Will we ever know? Catch me a plane out to Mexico.
Yeah. Okay.
I hope y'all enjoyed that.
It was
That's
so
good.
good.
Thank you
I'm so
guys.
excited to hear you live though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, I might perform that in Florida, so
Okay.
I'll sound a lot more crisp. But hey, y'all amazing. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a good rest of your night. All right.
You too.
Yeah.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah, but yeah.
Fangirls out.